You're right. Back with another video. In a way, this video sort of follows on from the previous few videos that I've done. Well, the ones that I've done this month so far. Now, this is of a case study of the famous family, the Beckhams, David Beckham, Victoria Beckham. I'm sure all of you know a lot about them through either football or seen them on TV. Now, I believe they've got about four children, three boys and a girl. And Brooklyn, who's the oldest, has now cut contact with his family. He's a he's completely gone no contact to the point where lawyers now have got to communicate between them. Now, with this story, it just came about recently. I don't know much about it. I don't know the ins and outs and the whys and what hows, but it just shows you how these dynamics can happen in real life. How as as a as a as a man as a son can get older, he can see certain cracks. He can see things that he doesn't like, and then decide to cut contact. And it's hard to really tell what's going on because I'm not saying that David and Victoria are toxic or narcissists in this case, but the fact that he's cut contact with them, he's going through lawyers, it's quite telling. You just don't know what's really going on with them. And there's actually been a few incidents where he's mentioned that they've not been supportive of Brooklyn's wife, of their marriage. There was an incident where during the wedding, Victoria supposedly stole the bride and groom's wedding dance during the reception. So that has caused some backlash. And something else which is quite telling, which is quite startling, the fact that Victoria owns the rights to his name, or she signed it. So, and that's something that what Brooklyn has mentioned, the fact that they're controlling and this and that, and how by leaving them and leaving the relationship, cutting them off, it's actually taken away the anxiety from him. So it was really telling because from the looks of it, you think, oh, this is the Beckhams. This is a very rich, famous family, well known, world known, good looking, popular, has good connections with celebrities, and you think, oh, it's all perfect. But it just shows you really don't know what's going on. And with a lot of male scapegoats, some of their backgrounds can be really, really good. They can be really, really affluent, and they've got a successful family. Their parents are successful. Everything with their siblings is all good, but you just don't know what really goes on. So it was really telling. And it's not accused at this stage. It's hard to accuse anyone or go by with just what's said, but it's really telling. And in a way, you could see this, maybe this is just a Beckham brand or the image they're trying to portray, but really there's deep cracks that we don't know about. And when I read over it a bit, I came across a statement that Brooklyn Beckham came forward with. He basically said he doesn't want his and his wife's life to be shaped with the press, image, and manipulation, but he'd rather want peace, privacy, and happiness, which is the complete off. So those 6 words in total that he just used are the complete opposite of each other. So perhaps he's just getting away from what he was used to. Like I said, once again, I'm not confirming anything with what's going on. It's just, these stories, it's just telling that he's just suddenly just cut contact with them. And this could have been something that's been boiling for years. You never know, because now Brooklyn, sorry, he's perhaps in his mid-20s now, so perhaps he's just gone to that stage where he thinks enough is enough. So even that in itself is telling. And I came across something of a football coach of his who was basically saying that he could kind of see something, an off dynamic and some anxiety in him. So, as I keep on saying, that is a telling clue that someone who's not related to him, a close contact like a coach, was able to see a certain dynamic that we don't know about. And that's all I've got for this situation. Perhaps more stories or more statements will come more into light, but I've just thought that this is a classic example of what my channel's talking about and what some of the scenarios that can occur from it. And yeah, that's all I've got for this story. And I will speak to you all next Tuesday, and have a great weekend. Later. Bye.